It's amazing how you said that, Mytrae, about, you know, being able to be in that space where you help support when they're feeling like if they were feeling numb or they were running on automation, right? Like literally a robot. And then you're helping them to reconnect with themselves. And you could see, I'm sure, like they get back all alive. It's like, you could tell a difference a lot of time with someone, the way they carry themselves, their voice is low, and to be able to now this person is back alive. They're back. Like it's almost like they're back, right? It's like, oh, I'm here. And you help them. I mean, that is huge. That is huge. And how it makes a difference in someone's life. And you always hear people saying, go for your purpose, live out your passion, and follow your greatness and all of that, follow your path. But you can't do that if you're not alive. You just
You
can't.
cannot. You can't. And it'll come. You can only be partially in it, and people keep
Mm,
trying. It's like, why am I not? Why am I not? Why am I not? It's usually the inner thing that's running. But when they come into their bodies and ground and feel themselves, they're unstoppable. It's like
mm.
nobody can take that away again.
That awareness of knowing your worth, who you are,
Right.
finally, to
Finally.
realize,
Finally. Finally.
finally, it's a finally,
Finally.
finally,
Yeah. And it's
and
beautiful. Yeah.
oh, that sounds liberating.
It is. It is absolutely liberating. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I do that. And then I also help women connect with their feminine selves. So a lot of women are programmed in the masculine. So because of the whole in my Indian background, I'm just who I am. I help them connect with their feminine, authentic self. And, a lot of women, there's a lot of tapes about what is feminine. It's girly or weak or, you know, but no, when they feel that, again, it's another, oh my goodness. And then to connect to spirit, to connect to the divine feminine, whoever that is, whatever form, whatever tradition, culture, it doesn't matter. But that
Hmm.
connection with the sacred as an ally, as a guide, as a teacher, as a healer,
Like so,
then
like
we're linked
like
up.
for us, it's like I'm faith based, so we connect with the Holy Spirit. That gives us strength. That gives us power to withstand a situation or a circumstance or challenge, an obstacle, because it strengthens you. It's a strength for us. It's an anchor.
Right.
And so whether, like you're saying, whether it's a female or male, but sometimes, as you mentioned, it's like we don't have to be in the male world, right? Do maleish quote unquote things, but you just being you. You just know that you're capable. You're valid enough to stand in your own power and stand in your own truth and be able to triumph over whatever that situation is and overcome it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah. You
That's
get it.
beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely work. I just love it. It's so
And I,
beautiful to
I can
watch women.
imagine.
Yeah. It's like a plant that hasn't been watered. You know, it's kind of like drooping, and you just slowly watch it just come to life and flower, and there's just this alive strength. It's so
Hmm.
rewarding. It's so rewarding.
Hmm.
And when I do this with a group, they're all helping each other, and so it's lovely.
So do you do this virtual now or both or mostly virtual?
Well, thanks to COVID, everything's virtual now. I have done them in person, and once COVID is over, would love to have both. I think both are very practical and and different in different ways, just as effective. But there's something about in person which is just. I mean, you talk about the Holy Spirit.
Hmm. It's a great
Something happens.
connection.
Yeah.
So for you, like, what does success look like when you're having a workshop or you're working with someone? What does that look like for you?
For me, success is when a woman makes that shift.
Hmm.
When, and I don't even have the words for it, but I feel it and she feels it. And usually the word that she says is, this was life-changing.
Hmm.
I knew there was something here for me. I don't even have the words to explain how I'm different, but it's totally different. I'm totally different. So when
It's
a
like,
woman makes a transformational shift of a very deep degree, it's not a mindset thing so much. It's like she knows she's different in a whole new way, and she's going to live in a whole new way. And when she gets
it's
that,
like taking, yeah, you can't, if that person was blind, you can't blind that person again. It's like they see, right? You know the truth. You know the truth, whatever that truth is for you.
yeah, yeah. To
Yeah, you
me, that's
can't take that
success.
person back in that space
Yeah, to me, that's
of
success.
lies or limited belief. What I'm seeing is like limited belief of what they can do or who they are or what's capable, what's possible.
All of it.
And to
Yeah,
that's pretty powerful.
yeah.
So usually when you're having a workshop, is it a group of like 50 or do you work with a very small group? Like
Right now,
how do you feel it's effective?
it can be effective from three. I mean, I've worked with groups of 3 to 30. That's usually what it is. I don't want them too big because then it's, they need to have connection and access to me as well. So a number that feels, where there's intimacy and connection, but also where there's support for each other.
I
Yeah.
love that. And so what inspired you? I know you shared your story of your journey. What inspires you every day to continue this work and helping women finding their way back to themselves, really?
I think I'm just always inspired. It's always, it's why I'm here. It's why I'm here as a soul. And it's what I'm here to do. And every time I come off, teaching, I'm on a high. I come off these classes just high. I mean, they literally make me high because it's so right for me. I'm born to do this. So
You seek this.
I
What you're
seek it
saying is you
out.
seek. This is what you seek. You seek truth.
Yeah,
It's almost like it's almost like you're freeing souls, you're freeing people from their misery. You know,
from their imprisonment.
yeah. So it's almost I'm gonna have to call you my trade. I'm gonna have to call you Harriet Tubman of souls. I don't know of this to free people so that they can expand into what it is that they need, how they want to express. Because expressing yourself is an expansion
It
of
is.
of abundance, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're out there, you're wide open, or you're shriveled up, you're
right.
closed in, and you're quiet. And even after a while, I believe when someone is telling you, we don't want to hear you, you shouldn't be heard, maybe seen, but you shouldn't be heard. You get to the point that the person doesn't even have to say that, or the whatever, the situation doesn't have to tell you that anymore. You get so used to it that even if the situation is not around, you still feel shriveled up. You still feel unheard. And then to be able to have the ability to sometimes even hear your own voice. I think I've heard where there are times where someone may not even want to hear their own voice.
Yeah,
And so it's like, oh, I don't like my voice. Or,
yeah,
it sounds funny.
yeah.
Especially a lot of speakers. I've heard this from a lot of speakers from going, like becoming, a better speaker. They don't like their voice. And a lot of time it's not about liking it, it's what it has to say and who it has to bless or what message it has to give. And so the focus stays into in a critical point or of the person feeling small. And then here you are, you tell them no, express yourself. And
Yeah.
I can see how the voice comes out again. It's like, yes, it's like a bird. It's like, oh, okay, now I can speak. But it was I remember this one experiment that I made, that I did with a small group of women, and I was sharing with them for them to scream their name. And my trade, do you believe that like half of them couldn't even say their name?
Wow.
They could not. It was like if I would say Carla Andrews, and they were like Carla Andrews. I say no, but can you say it louder, Carla Andrews? They could not
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
have the energy to force up
Yeah.
their whole name. The whole exercise was for them to just scream their name. And anyone who's listening to us now, if
Yeah.
you have any issue with confidence in a room, just try to just scream out your name. And you'll know exactly what it is that I'm sharing. You'll know if you have confidence, if you don't have confidence, if you need this type of work, because you'll find yourself choking up literally on your own name. Isn't that something?